The Mothman is one of the most famous urban legends in American folklore, often described as a strange winged creature that looks part human and part moth. People say it has glowing red eyes, large wings, and can fly silently in the night. The legend first started in Point Pleasant, West Virginia in the 1960s when several townspeople claimed that they saw this mysterious figure near an old military site and around the town. Sightings of this creature caused fear and curiosity, with some believing it was a warning sign of danger. The story grew even bigger after a tragic bridge collapse in 1967, which many people linked to the Mothman. Since then, it has become a lasting mystery that people talk about in books, movies, and even festivals, showing how powerful and spooky urban legends can be. Hey everybody, my name is Blas. I make videos about spooky things or just videos about video games that I like to play, whether it be Dead by Daylight, Fortnite, or Marvel Rivals, which Fortnite and Marvel Rivals I don't really do a lot of videos on, but I'm trying to make more because I play those a lot, so I might as well, make the time I spend on them useful. So anyway, so today we're talking about the Mothman. The Mothman has always been one of my favorite urban legends. Maybe I'll do a top 10 of my favorites if you're interested, or maybe not, I don't know. But, so I've already said before that the Fresno Nightcrawlers are one of my favorite urban legends. Well, another one to add to that list is the Mothman. The Mothman is just, I don't know what about it captivated me. I just always thought it was a creepy legend of this flying creature with red eyes. I mean, what else is there? And to some people, they also think of it as like some kind of omen, a bad omen. So overall, it interests me. So without any further ado, I'm sorry if you heard any background noise in the last clip. It was because a plane was flying overhead. I get a lot of those, so it makes recording it makes it feel like hell. But anyway, let's get to the video. The first widely reported sighting of the Mothman happened on November 15th, 1966 in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. Two young couples, Roger and Linda Scarberry and Steve and Mary Millette, were driving near an old military TNT plant late at night. There they saw a large dark figure standing on the road. They described it as a tall creature over 6 feet, with huge wings and glowing red eyes. When they drove away in fear, the creature spread its wings and chased their car, flying at incredible speeds. The couple were so frightened that they went straight to the police to report what they had seen. This event marked the beginning of the Mothman legend and sparked a wave of sightings in the area over the next year. And just another note to add, to keep in the back of your mind, is what made them call it the Mothman? What made them think of moth? If I seen a creature with red eyes, I would think of a demon. I wouldn't think of a moth, you know? Well, anyway, moving on to the next event. Arguably, the most tragic event connected to the Mothman legend was the collapse of the Silver Bridge in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. On December 15th, 1967, during rush hour traffic, the bridge suddenly gave way and fell into the Ohio River, killing 46 people. The disaster shocked the community, and many people began to link it to the strange sightings of the Mothman that had been happening in the area the year before. Some believed the creature was a warning of the tragedy, while others thought it might have somehow caused the collapse, somehow. Whether it was a messenger of doom or just an eerie coincidence, the bridge disaster forever tied the Mothman legend to a real and devastating event, making the story even more powerful and mysterious. While the Mothman legend began in West Virginia, the idea of a winged red-eyed creature that appears before tragedy is not unique to American folklore. In some cultures, there are stories of a bird-like or bat-like creatures that are seen as omens of disaster or even death. For example, in parts of Latin America, people speak of La Lechuza, a giant owl-like witch spirit that warns or hunts those who see it. In Europe, there are old legends of the banshee, not winged, but still a creature that appears before death or misfortune, similar to how Mothman is linked to tragedy. In modern times, people from around the world have even claimed to see Mothman-like creatures near disasters, such as the Chernobyl nuclear accident in Ukraine, or even before 9/11 in New York. Because of this, many cultures now see the Mothman as more than just a local legend. He has become a global symbol of mystery and fear, often thought as a warning sign from beyond. So, doing some more research, the name Mothman was given to the creature shortly after the first sightings in Point Pleasant in 1966. John Neal explains in his book The Mothman Prophecies that at that time, the Batman TV show was very popular, and newspapers were quick to give strange stories catchy names. Since witnesses described a dark, winged figure with glowing eyes, reporters compared it to a giant moth and combined that with the man part from superheroes, for example like Batman. The name stuck, and soon everyone was calling the creature the Mothman, even though the descriptions don't actually match a moth very well. The nickname was memorable and helped the story spread across the country. Many researchers and skeptics believe that the Mothman may not be a mysterious creature at all, but rather a case of mistaken identity. I believe the same thing. The most common explanation is that people were actually seeing a large bird such as a barred owl, or a sandhill crane, or even a great horned owl. These birds can grow very big, have glowing eyes when light shines on them at night, and can fly quickly and silently, which matches many parts of the Mothman descriptions. Stress, fear, and darkness can also make people misjudge size and shape, turning a simple bird into something that looks much scarier than it really is. Others think it could have been a mix of animals, shadows, and human imagination all feeding into each other, especially after the first reports spread through town. While we may never know for sure, it's very possible that the legend of the Mothman was born from real creatures of nature being seen in the wrong place at the wrong time. The Mothman has become a major figure in pop culture, moving far beyond the small town of Point Pleasant where the legend began. It has inspired books, documentaries, and movies, most famously the Mothman Prophecies film in 2002, which brought the story to a worldwide audience. The creature often appears in TV shows, video games, and comic books, usually as a mysterious monster or a symbol of warning. Point Pleasant itself holds an annual Mothman festival and even has a large statue of the creature, turning the legend into both a tourist attraction and a cultural icon. On the internet, Mothman has also gained a playful side, with memes and jokes portraying it as a misunderstood, even lovable creature. This mix of fear, fascination, and humor shows how strongly the legend has taken hold, proving that urban myths like the Mothman can grow into lasting parts of popular culture. So, to wrap things up, the story of the Mothman shows how a single strange sighting can grow into one of the most famous urban legends in the world. From the chilling reports in Point Pleasant during the 1960s to a tragic Silver Bridge collapse, the creature became linked to mystery, fear, and even tragedy. Over time, the legend spread across cultures and took on new meanings, often being compared to other supernatural omens from around the world. Today, Mothman lives not only as a spooky story, but also as a pop culture icon celebrated in movies, festivals, and internet communities. Whether seen as a monster, a warning, or simply a legend, the Mothman continues to capture people's imaginations, proving that some mysteries never fully go away. And that is the Mothman. So I don't even know where to start. I honestly never believed in the Mothman, even when I was a kid. Like, I always had a fear of, like, the Wendigo and aliens, but I've never been afraid of the Mothman. I've always liked the Mothman. I always thought he was interesting and kind of cool. And then seeing how he's celebrated on the internet, I really have never, I don't know. He's never been scary to me. I like the Mothman. The same way I like the Fresno Nightcrawlers. I picture them, if they were real, I picture them as being friendly or just kind of docile. So anyway, to wrap up the video, that's it. If you liked the video, leave a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you want to see more from me or more videos like this, subscribe. And if you want to talk about the Mothman down below, leave a comment. So anyway, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.